We have one more guest with us. Fahim Surti sir, IT with us. We're going to enlighten the students regarding what are the career, emerging technologies and say Basri sir to felicitate Vijaya Surti sir. Very important session coming up. So wherein will be given insights into the skill enhancement programs supported by the IBM.
This is a very challenging environment. What we are facing today, a lot of disruptions happening. Something like this. A lot of disruptions happening. But how will you identify yourself? कभी सोचा है इसके बारे में? खैर आपकी बात छोड़ो, आपके दोस्तों को तक पता नहीं कि आप SECAB में हो, बीटेक पढ़ रहे हो या बीकॉम पढ़ रहे हो या बीएससी पढ़ रहे हो. I don't know. Nobody knows. Hardly your parent knows that you're doing BCA, BCom, and you're doing something else. Nobody knows. If nobody knows, how will you go for yourself in the marketplace? 3 साल के बाद, 4 साल के बाद, you will walk with a degree in your hand. Are you confident? Confidence है क्या? Job मिलेगी, नहीं मिलेगी? Then what is the use of making noises? You have to make a loud noise, but not here. There is something called as digital noise. Right? I tell you what. How many of you are on Facebook? Not many. It is very surprising. ऐसा क्यों? You are not on Insta? No. What do you do on Insta? Fantastic. The same question, I go to so many universities, I ask the same question and they tell me reels. First thing is reels, second thing is blah 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 blah, so many other things. Okay? 80% लोग बोलते हैं कि मैं reels. Okay? My next question, very listen to this carefully and raise your hand. Okay? Listening skills are very important. How many of you have posted your achievements on Insta? Anything for that matter. You have scored 90% in mathematics, 100% in mathematics, 60% in science. You have participated in one of the events, cultural events, sports. You have won a medal. You have won this. You have won that. How many of you have posted your achievements on Insta? This is where I talk about lack of visibility. When you don't do these things, people will not recognize you. Nobody apart from Vijayapur, you walk down and ask, I'm doing some SECAB. They say, SECAB? You're done. This is state. I'm so honored to be here. There are plenty of reasons, emotional reasons too. Because this is a piece of land, where my grandfather once used to live. It's such an honor for us. You must have heard of Surti Jinnah, I don't know. Someone sitting here can be one of my relatives, far relative. I'm not sure. So many people yesterday, I met some, they told, okay, I'm so relative. Yes, relative. Apart from this, what is the reason? Who knows you? कोई जाता है पहचानता है कैसी जॉब मिलेगा? हम लोग डिग्री कर लेते हैं, पास होकर सर्टिफिकेट लेके जाते हैं मार्केट में, हमें कोई कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है कि जॉब मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा. फिर हम लोग अपने कजिन्स को पूछते हैं, माय डिग्री हो गया, जॉब मिलेगा. How will you give? Where are your achievements? Where are your skills? Those who are not on Insta have this and connect to the right people. Reels is good. I'm not saying it's not good. I also watch reels. 10-15 minute time break हो गया, दिमाग fresh हो गया, कुछ jokes देख लिया, fine, absolutely fine. But you have to connect to the people. This is the only way. Just by doing degree will not fetch you a job, not at all. आज की मार्केट की कंडीशंस में बता रहा हूँ. 3 साल के बाद क्या होगा, nobody knows. You all have to be prepared for this. Anything, today is an important event, you are there with industry professionals, he is there, my brother is here, he is from Oracle, I am here. It's a proud moment, you tell, okay fine, we had an interaction, take some. Uske baad, it all depends on me. How good a listener I am. How do I communicate? We don't need people who are grammatically correct. ये चीज याद रख लीजिए, कोई लड़की या लड़का बोल रहा है कि सर मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं आती, जरूरत नहीं है. I don't need people who are grammatically correct and don't work. I need people who are technically correct. You have to use a technical language. English नहीं आ रही है, कोई बात नहीं, no problem. But technically language सीखना पड़ेगा. What are those? Those are the skills that what you have to learn. You have to understand. And what are the things I am saying? These are mandatory, full stop. इसके आगे कोई बहस. Okay? So, minute of the day. This is what happened on that. 10 lakh. Right? 63 lakh people log in and do a search on Google. 6.3 million. 1 minute का. Okay. Now you calculate and tell me how much it is for 24 hours. कितने लोग log in कर सकते हैं? This math, analytics. Okay. नहीं हो रहा है ना? It's difficult, right? I'll tell you the reasons why. It's very difficult to calculate and tell what would be the exact number. Okay. Next, I want. Very happy. This is what we do on internet. We all do shopping, right? Yes or no? Yes, कुछ तो बोलो. Okay. 6 million, 60 lakh people log in 1 minute. They do online shopping. Can you imagine the money what they spend on internet, online? It is somewhere around $3.3 million. I'm not talking about rupees. It is $3.3 million. Okay? What's your name? He's not a good guy. He's a good guy. I trust him. But you are conscious. Samir, think you're there going yes, no. Then I'll ask Samir, यार वो आया कि नहीं, पैसे मिले कि नहीं, गिने कि नहीं आप, right? Psychology. The same thing. If I have to transfer money to Samir on PhonePe, it takes me 2 seconds, max 3 seconds. Tuck, gone. I don't even call him. पैसे मिले या नहीं मिले. He will reply himself, sir, पैसे मिले. Trust. Trust on what? Not on Samir. Trust on technology. This technology is built by whom? Built by you. It is not any big research scholar. कोई नहीं है. You have to compete. The day you start doing this, you can at the most what will happen is you can become a winner at the most. उसके बाद क्या? रेस खत्म हो गया, आप घर चले गए, ट्रॉफी आ गई, शोकेस में लग गए, खत्म हो गया. ये जमाना वो नहीं है. We are talking of a model of not 4 years of you spending time in the college. We are talking of a model of 40 years of your collaboration into this campus. You go back to work, you learn there, your company will tell you you have to upskill yourself, you come back to this campus, upskill yourself, then go back to work again. This is the model of successful model of any campus today. It is, we don't have a relationship of 4 years. It's now a relationship of 40 years. The skills, the most important skills what you need to have. Please remember, your technical skills will on marks are marks, it is not knowledge. When you go to interview steps, what happens is it's an entirely different scenario, stupid questions. And what I'm asking you, what is course credit, how many credits you have learned, what is the practical, what is lab, how have you done your projects? We go for interviews, I hate resumes, I don't need a resume which goes beyond 1 page. जितना भी बड़ा तुरंत हम I don't need a resume खत्म हो गया. That those days are gone. If someone asks you to design your resume, one page resume is perfect. No stories in that. My name, father's name, blah blah blah. करना क्या है? Not the point. Name, email ID, my LinkedIn profile, my Insta ID. Then comes my skills. Then comes my achievements. Then comes my projects. When you say projects, only titles are enough. Give a link. नीचे की link देना है. GitHub. Please log into my GitHub repository. You find all my projects there. 10 को 20 को 50 को माना. Your resume is done. AI system only reads this. जितना आप उसको information देंगे, उतना उसका दिमाग खराब होगा. It's all assumptions. Right? One page resume, you put it there, and it matters close. Okay, creative. As I told you, your skills are good enough. I'll tell you one more important thing. You ask anybody in the world, your cousins might be in Oracle or Capgemini or anywhere. You ask them how is the work environment there. You join into a. Don't be very happy after getting a job. Think, why am I getting a job? What am I going to do here? If you remain as a developer in any organization for more than a year, there's a big question mark on you. Why is this employee not growing? Continuous learning. People, companies need them. You know our layoffs. What is layoff? Nowadays, it will change. COVID में तो देखा ही होगा online test. Everything is they are flowing in, but still, that's not what assessments are meant for. It's something they call it as periodic assessment. This is how technology is done. Every step will have an assessment. If they don't conduct an assessment, you have to conduct your own assessment, self-assessment, check your understanding. Where do I stand after completing this module? 40% मार्क्स लेके पास होने के बाद नेक्स्ट क्लास में जाना ये कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. Still you have failed 60%. You are not complete. Okay, you need to take these things. The assessments have changed. How they interact with you online. आजकल प्रॉक्टरिंग का जमाना चल रहा है. Online test जो कंपनीज में होते हैं, वो IBM does this and many other enterprises they do this. Okay, they say online technical round. When they give this online technique, they tell you to switch on your camera. जब आप वहाँ बैठेंगे, आप ऐसे वैसे एक बार दो बार गिरा सकते हैं मुझे. तीसरी बार ये करेंगे, AI will tell that his movements are not correct, very suspicious. Okay, you can't jump to a different screen. It will tell he has jumped to a different screen. This is a fact. This is a violation. Later, close exam. Okay, assessment doesn't mean that it's only about examinations. Assessment means where you are standing. What is it that you have learned? Do you need an additional hour to make you understand, or you have to go back, rewind yourself, learn, come back, and do the step again? This is what it says. वैसे तो बुक्स तो नहीं रहे, सब तो आपके मोबाइल में आ जाता है PDF. तो आता है, you get, so you get all this PDF documents. One module is finished, next module is uploaded. What happens to the previous module? You have to go back, learn and see, refresh yourself, come back and then do that assessment. And then professional development, very, very important. Computer science, international business machines. International business machines. Okay. IBM was formed in 1911. Can you tell me how young it is as of today?
Our Prime Minister Modi, he started off with a program called Atmanirbhar Bharat. Do you know when he started this? I think I see almost like around 50 or 200 people here. Probably would have heard, right? How many people heard of this one? Atmanirbhar Bharat. When did he say these words? When did he start? I will give you a guess. Something big happened. few years back. Very big, it impacted the entire globe. What was that? Huh? Who said COVID? When did COVID come? 2019, right? That's why it's called COVID-19. So during the same year, he coined this one and said that, right, Atmanirbhar Bharat. That means to say that, right, we need to be self-reliant. And whom he was addressing to? When he said we self-reliant, right? Self-reliant Bharat, self-reliant India, and we should be self-independent, not dependent on any other.
More than happy to get people who are interested in growing themselves, right? And now, have you heard of, again, yeah, you would have heard of artificial intelligence, but how would you actually put it into play? What programming language would you use? It's Python. And then, there are further more programming languages here and there coming in backend and whatnot. So, I am looking for people who are interested in internship to develop applications which are based on AI. One of my business unit, you guys can check it on LinkedIn, and we are actually, that is just one half of the coin, right? The other half is we also develop a platform, a job board platform, where people can get connected to the dream jobs, or employers can get connected to the future prospects or employees with the help of artificial intelligence, right? So that is the future, and that is where we are going. So if anyone is interested, kindly, you can you can actually speak to your placement officer about that, and they'll get in touch with us. Now, one last thing which I wanted to say, I would actually repeat what my uncle, Mr. Vikaruddin, said here. See, this is a race, and it is like a sprint race, what we call as a 1,600 meter race, where you would have to run, and then where you have to jog. And if you are damn tired, you have to even stand. But again, this is still a race, you have to continue running. So understand this very, very simple, in a very simple word. The key to your growth in terms of your career, your monetary skills, and everything, it is research and development. Anything, do anything in your life. It is research and development. Keep digging, keep finding out, keep learning. That is how you would end up growing. I heard someone say in the back, apparently, I smiled at him. Alright, sir, thank you, sir. It was a sarcastic thing, and just why I wanted to mention that here is because we will speak, we will leave. It would be you guys 5 years later, either celebrating your life, I have come to a level and standing somewhere, or being pity on yourself. Don't let that thing happen to you.